What's up guys, I'm Dezavi. Welcome back to Dezavi Productions. This is the life update video that I promised you guys a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years. I am so sorry it's taking me this long to get to it, but I finally had the time to sit down, film it, edit it, and get it back to you guys. So thank you so much for being patient. So let's go ahead and jump right into it guys. The past 2 years have been pretty crazy. I went from working a full-time job and doing YouTube on the side to now doing videography and photography full-time as a professional under my own company. And that's very exciting guys. It's taken so much hard work, though I'm going to be getting to that a little bit later, but I've had the opportunity of working with an amazing crazy amount of industries, from corporations to nightclubs to bars to conventions to local music to concerts to festivals to small businesses. Anything you could think of, I've had the pleasure of working in it. And I gotta say, some of the most exciting things that I've been able to work on recently has been at Dre's nightclub here in Las Vegas, and I've had the opportunity of filming Lil Wayne, Chris Brown, Wiz Khalifa, Wale, Jacquees, Rick Ross, 50 Cent, and a couple other artists that I can't really think of right now from the top of my head, but that's been something that's been very exciting. I posted a short about it maybe a couple weeks ago, if you want to go ahead and check that out. But it's been a crazy ride guys, and this is one of the reasons that it pulled me away so much from YouTube, because it takes so much effort to create something and stick with it and watch it bloom into something that you never thought it could happen or that it would happen. So I'm gonna give you guys a backstory of exactly how that happened. If you guys just want to cut it here, that's perfectly fine. But if you guys want to hear the story about it, maybe you'll find inspiration or motivation to help you on your journey if you feel lost, or if you feel, like maybe you need to try something new. So don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be doing tutorials for Ableton and Pro Tools and anything that you guys may need. But I just want to give you guys this story because, like I said, I kind of feel like I did back away from YouTube, even if it wasn't my honest intention. It was just something that happened naturally, and I really do want to get back to it because this is something that makes me feel really great, really alive, and it makes me feel great seeing you guys' comments, thanking me and finding the solution to your problems. So aside from that, anyways, the way that this happened, and it's pretty crazy because I was doing a full-time job and I would come home, do YouTube, work super late on the edits, and then go back to work at 5 in the morning, and then again just repeat this for a whole year, just trying to get YouTube up and running. So I finally got it done, and I still needed my full-time job. But because of YouTube, I started to learn how to use the camera, and because I was learning how to use the camera, I went out to support some local friends here that are let me rephrase that. I went to the local music scene here and I supported my friends by going out and doing videography for them. I would go out and support, take video of them, send it to them, and it was a talent that I did not know I had until I actually did it. I had to check to make sure that was recording. So it was a talent that I did not know that I had until I started to do it, and I started to get better at it, and it's something that I really pursued because every time I did it, I got better and better and better. But it was something that I just felt like I wanted to do, until people started to pop the question was, what's your rate? I'm like, what do you mean? What's my rate? Like, yeah, how much do you charge to do videography, photography? And I was like, it's pretty interesting. Like, I never thought about getting paid for something that I enjoyed doing. It's just never happened for me. So I started to ask a couple of videographers, photographers about their rates, and started to compare mine. And I knew I was still a beginner, but I took a chance. You take chances, you try something new, even though you may fail. But then again, if you're pursuing it and you're enjoying it, there's no way that you could fail eventually on a long enough time frame. So I began to do more videography, more photography, and that started to pull me from YouTube, because remember, I still had a full-time job. So I worked my full-time job from 6 in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, come home, do YouTube until about 6 or 7, then go out to events, do videography for the musicians, come home like around 12 or 1 o'clock, do a couple edits for their stuff, go to sleep at 2, wake up at 5, and go right back at it again every single day for an entire year. So little by little, as you do more, you get recognized more and you meet more people, you network more. So I started to meet more and more people, to the point where now it was becoming something that was much bigger than I thought it would be. And I started to pursue it more and more, and it started to feel very uncomfortable at work. So it came to a tough decision where now I was starting to turn down videography shoots because I had to go to work. So I made the decision that if I really want to pursue this, I could take a chance, quit my job, and go all in on this while still do YouTube. And I did it. I took that leap. I quit my job. I went all in on videography and photography, and I'd be able to do YouTube still on the side. And it just took off on its own. I started to meet more people. I started to network more. I got better at what I did. And I met a couple other people that really helped me with my editing skills. Nick and Jovan Johnson from Unique. Thank you guys for that. I appreciate you. I'll leave their Instagrams down below. Noah Castro as well. He's helped me so much with the photography and also the rates and what he charges and being able to compare and contrast. So he actually linked me up with a crazy awesome artist named Cami Kiho. We shot some videos that went viral on Instagram and TikTok. She got like millions of views on it. Super exciting. It was crazy. But it started to, like I said, it just became this thing where I just had to quit my job and pursue this because it was paying off. Even though I didn't go to school for it, people were better than me. I knew that. But it was just the pursuit of, I was enjoying what I was doing, that it became something that I never thought it would. So fast forward, as I'm doing these shoots, I got to do the edits now. And if I'm doing the shoots and the edits, then I'm not shooting and editing my own content for YouTube. So I started to fall back a little bit, and I was like, okay, well, once I get done with this edit or this video for this person, I'm going to get to YouTube. And it just never happened. It just got so busy. Thankfully, I mean, I don't regret any of it because I am where I am now, but it just got so busy to the point where I didn't have time for YouTube. And I would get the comments and I would reply to them as many as I can. And then it would be a time where it would just break. And in a sense of like, it was just so many comments, I couldn't keep up with it while also doing the video and photo stuff. So I was just engulfed in this world of, you know, getting introduced to new people, meeting bigger things and conventions, nightclubs, bars. Next thing you know, I'm doing festivals. I actually got flown out to go to a couple conventions, to San Diego, to Florida. It's been a lot of crazy stuff that's been happening, but thankfully, everything's been working out. And I finally got the time today to clear out my schedule, edit everything that I had to. I shipped out and sent out everything that I needed to. And I finally got the time, because this has been in the back of my mind for a long time, to where I need to make that YouTube video, because the amount of subscribers that I had when I stopped doing YouTube for a minute was like 2,500 or 3,000. Now we're at 5,000, almost 5,500. So that's like 2,000 more subscribers that have not heard or seen anything from me in the past 2 years since they subscribed. So this is the reason why I do this video, is because I want you guys to know, like, I have not given up on YouTube. It's just that it's taking so much time and energy to do the videography and photography thing that it pulled me from YouTube. But that comes to my next point, which is, because I've been learning all these things about videography and photography, I can now teach you guys those things as well. Because as a musician or artist, let's face it, when you're starting off, it's very difficult to get professional content because it's very expensive. Like, I'm doing it now and it pays well, but you also have the mentality of the artist of like, sometimes you can't afford it. So I want to give you guys the benefit of picking my brain. Camera settings, what cameras are the best to use for photography, for videography, for your short form content that can get you views and discovered on Instagram, on TikTok. Adobe Premiere, I've been using that for the longest time. I'm not sure about DaVinci Resolve, for all the DaVinci Resolve users out there, but if there's anything that I can help you with in Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe Lightroom, Photoshop as well, leave that in the comments below, because I've learned so many things in working in the industry that I do videos now professionally for corporations. The last one was Indeed.com, and that was just wild. Like, I don't know how that happened, but it happened. They're happy with the videography that I created for them, or the videos that I made for them. I can't share them because of, policies and all these things. I wish I could, but check out my Instagram. There's a lot of things on there. Dezavi, DEZAVI _702. I post a lot of my work on there, guys. I'm going to be doing more tutorials here on YouTube. And I want to ask you guys, would you like me to start adding in videography and photo tutorials to help you guys create your short form content as artists that are on a budget? let me know in the comments, and I will be taking very, very careful look at the comments and consider we should do this or we should do that, because like I said, all I want to do is help you guys. And if there's anything that I can offer is my advice, my experience, and my knowledge. Anything that I've accumulated throughout the years, I want you guys to have, because that's really what it's all about. So thank you guys for listening. I know I rambled off a little bit there, but I feel like I said everything that I had to say. Now, as far as what the future holds, sometimes you never know what the future holds, because as you're going along the path, it creates itself, and you find your path when you're walking the path. So if you're going through a tough time, if you're going through an area of discovery that maybe you should do this or do that, follow whatever you feel in your intuition that you should do, because it's going to pay off in the end no matter what. All you got to do is just stay dedicated, stay consistent, have a positive mind, have a positive attitude. Even though times get hard, anything is possible, guys. So thank you for listening to this life update video. I really appreciate you guys. It means the world that you guys are still subscribing, still watching, even though it's been a crazy past 2 years. So in the meantime, I have a couple more edits that I need to do videography wise coming up next week. In the meantime, like I said, leave the comments below what tutorials you want me to do for Pro Tools, for Ableton, for Premiere Pro, and Lightroom. So once again, guys, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you for even subscribing and watching this video if you've made it this long. Thank you guys so much. And like I always say, I'll see you at the next session.